If you haven't heard of Shikoku until now, you're not alone. Even after 3 months in Japan on my first go-around, this region was still a mystery to me. Thankfully, this summer I had the opportunity to come experience the smallest of Japan's 4 major islands for myself, and honestly, I was blown away. Here are my top 10 favorite reasons for you to come visit Shikoku, Japan right now. Kicking off the list is a bike ride over the epic Kurushima Bridge. This is one portion of the popular 70-kilometer Shimanami Kaido cycling route, and the views along the way are absolutely stunning. This is beautiful. Another exciting sightseeing experience for the active traveler is a kayak or canoe trip down the Shimanto River. Said to be the last clear stream of Japan because it's remote from any major cities and has no dams, the Shimanto River and surrounding area is as peaceful of a scene as it gets. Changing gears for some culinary highlights is Tokushima Ramen in Tokushima City. It's a combination of Tonkotsu or pork bone broth and Shoyu or soy-based broth with pork slices, green onions, bamboo shoots, and topped with a raw egg. It's rich, a little sweet, and very filling. And in the south-central Shikoku city of Kochi, their specialty is Katsuo Tataki. Bonito or skipjack tuna are seared on the outside over a sweet-smelling straw fire, sliced and eaten as sashimi. What? Sauce? Oh, man. A bonus recommendation here is to try the green tea beer from the Hirome market in downtown Kochi City. Alright, we just came over to Hirome market right across the street from where we had lunch, and I'm trying out their green tea beer. A little bit of green tea, a little bit of beer, and 100% refreshing. It's both healthy and also intoxicating. Oh, that's very good. Oh, alright, let's keep moving. Back outdoors, it's into the Iya Valley, one of the most incredibly green landscapes I've ever seen, and home to the famous vine bridges. It's thought that these vine bridges of Iya Valley were created in the 12th century by one clan of samurai warriors after a big loss. If they were pursued, they could simply cut the vines. For a more secure line and another scenic perspective, you can go ziplining right over the valley itself. If you're a history buff, the Matsuyama Castle in Matsuyama is a must-see. Originally constructed on top of Mount Katsuyama in 1602, it's one of Japan's original 12 castles. Inside, there's exhibits of its history in the feudal period, and at its windows, the views of Matsuyama from above are incredible. Alright, made it up to the top floor. You can see the whole city from here. This castle is huge. Oh, this is beautiful. Speaking of beautiful, the Ritsurin garden in Takamatsu is one of the most pristine patches of landscape you'll ever come across. Dating all the way back to the early 17th century, the property of an old feudal lord is one of the most famous historical gardens in all of Japan. Make sure you stop into the tea house for a traditional matcha to get the full experience of this place. And another incredibly tranquil setup is the Yusuhara Community Library in the Kochi Prefecture. Next up, we are coming into a little community center library, and this is designed by a famous architect here in Japan, and this is literally the coolest library I've ever seen, with wood coming out. Let me just show you. I gotta take my shoes off first. Oh, I got that. Ooh, the slippers in the library? Come on. The library was designed by famous Japanese architect Kengo Kuma and includes plenty of reading space, a grand piano, and even a rock climbing wall. The architecture inside the library blends perfectly with the natural surroundings outside. And a few moments that I'll remember most from my time in Shikoku was meeting and working alongside some of the most interesting local artists. Oh, wow. I made paper the traditional way up in the mountains of the Kochi prefecture. Dyed indigo at an old indigo dyer's property in Tokushima. Created the most incredible keepsake from scratch with an old school blacksmith. Alright, I'm here with Hayashi, and we're gonna make a knife. And here it is. And dance my way into making udon in the heart of udon country. And the number one thing that I would recommend doing in Shikoku, Japan is to experience the iconic Buddhist pilgrimage of Ohen throughout the island. Alright, we have just made it down to the first temple of the Ohen Buddhist pilgrimage here in the Shikoku region. I'm told that this is what they traditionally wear to make the trek. It crosses 4 different prefectures, it's 88 different temples, over 1,400 kilometers, and we're just gonna do the first 2 today, and just to get a taste of what it's like to make this pilgrimage. And already, this first temple is absolutely incredible. The architecture, the different relics, there's waterfalls, there's koi fish, it is beautiful. And we have a local guide showing us what you're supposed to do. We're gonna walk up to the main building and go through all of the process in order to start this Buddhist pilgrimage that is so famous here in the region. There you have it, 10 of my favorite things to do and reasons to visit Shikoku, a place that's still relatively undiscovered by most travelers who come to Japan. And for that reason, I would get here before it's too late. Coming up next right here on the channel, I go back to the big city of Tokyo for only 24 hours to see how much ramen I can eat in a day. And then, it's time to begin the Russia series. Over the course of a month, we took the Trans-Siberian Railroad over 9,900 kilometers from St. Petersburg to Vladivostok to travel deeper across Russia. I can't wait to share with you guys our adventures from this trip. Be sure to stay tuned.
А теперь смотрите большим и указательным пальцем. Придавили, подвинули.
На здоровье, за здоровье.